Imagine a digital currency you can mine with just your phone, no bulky computers, no complicated setups, and no need to be a tech expert. With PiNetwork, mining is as simple as opening an app and tapping a button, making it accessible to anyone, anywhere, at any time. Created by a team of Stanford graduates, PiNetwork's mission is to bring cryptocurrency to the masses, breaking down barriers that have kept many people out of the crypto world. Unlike Bitcoin, which requires powerful hardware and consumes huge amounts of energy, Pi lets users earn coins by simply checking in daily, making crypto truly democratic and eco-friendly. This easy, energy-efficient approach has already attracted over 47 million users worldwide, who proudly call themselves pioneers. But pioneers aren't just mining, they're actively shaping and building the foundation of a new digital economy, one that's powered by people. The core idea behind Pi is that real value comes from people and their collective engagement, not just from machines or algorithms. Instead of tech giants profiting from your data and attention, Pi rewards you directly for helping to secure and grow the network. The process is energy light, inclusive, and designed for anyone with a smartphone, regardless of age or background. The ultimate vision? A global marketplace where Pi is used for everyday transactions, from buying coffee at your local cafe to shopping online, making digital currency part of daily life. Each phase of Pi's journey is carefully designed to build the infrastructure for this new peer-to-peer economy, step by step. Together, pioneers are laying the groundwork for a new way to transact and interact online, an ambitious experiment with enormous promise for the future of money and community. Within Pi's massive and ever-growing community, a bold and innovative idea began to take shape, one that would challenge conventional thinking about digital currency and value. This idea is called the Global Consensus Value, or GCV, a concept that has quickly become a rallying point for pioneers around the world. GCV is an aspirational price, $314 and $159 per Pi, chosen for its symbolic link to the mathematical constant P, a number that represents infinity, possibility, and the unending pursuit of knowledge. This number isn't official. It's a grassroots movement reflecting the community's faith in Pi's potential and their shared vision for the future of decentralized finance. By tying Pi's value to P, pioneers signal that this currency is meant to be fundamental, enduring, and as significant as the mathematical constant itself. GCV is more than just a price. It's a declaration of belief in a stable, universally recognized digital currency and a testament to the power of collective imagination. Currency value, after all, is rooted in shared belief and mutual trust among its users. If millions agree on a value, they can create their own economic reality, at least within their ecosystem, shaping a new kind of marketplace. The GCV is being tested during Pi's enclosed mainnet phase, a unique period where coins can't be traded externally, allowing the community to experiment safely. Instead, pioneers use Pi for peer-to-peer transactions, often referencing the GCV as a benchmark for value in their trades and exchanges. Goods and services, from electronics to daily essentials, are exchanged at this aspirational value, creating a vibrant internal economy. It's a bold experiment. Can a community establish a high-value economy before opening to the world? And will this vision hold as Pi transitions to the next phase? The answer is still unfolding, as the world watches to see if this collective dream can become a lasting reality. For GCV supporters, $314 to $159 per Pi isn't a fantasy, it's a new financial paradigm. They see it as a way to reward early adopters and shield Pi from wild price swings. Stories of pioneers trading Pi for motorcycles, smartphones, and even land circulate widely, fueling belief. Especially in developing economies, the hope of life-changing value inspires real action. Advocates like Dimas Nawawi envision a two-tiered system, pure Pi for ecosystem transactions at GCV, and a separate lower market price for exchange-traded Pi. With tens of millions of users, believers argue the Pi economy can sustain its own reality if the community stays united. But skepticism runs deep. Many experts and pioneers warn that GCV's sky-high valuation is unrealistic. Critics argue that value can't be willed into existence, especially at a level that would make Pi the world's most valuable asset. They point out there's no official support for a dual token system, and that GCV could mislead newcomers with false hope. Real value, they say, must come from utility and demand, not just consensus. The risk: GCV could breed complacency, stalling the real development Pi needs to succeed. It's vital to distinguish between GCV, a community aspiration, and the true market price, which is determined by real-world trading activity and not just collective hope or agreement. GCV is essentially a social agreement used for internal trades within the Pi community. It's not a price set by open market forces, but rather a value that reflects what the community wishes Pi could be worth. There's no external liquidity for GCV. You can't sell Pi for dollars at this value on any public exchange, and no financial institution recognizes it as a real price. In contrast, a market price is established when Pi is traded on public exchanges, where its value fluctuates based on supply, demand, and actual real-world use cases. Some platforms currently list Pi IOUs, which are trading at around 0.37. This is a world apart from the much higher GCV figure often discussed in the community. This significant gap highlights the difference between belief and reality, and shows how expectations can diverge from what the market actually values. The Pi Core team hasn't endorsed any specific price for Pi. Instead, they are focusing on building real utility and infrastructure to support the ecosystem's long-term growth. When Pi eventually opens to external trading, the open market, not community consensus, will ultimately determine its value based on real transactions. Believing GCV is real can lead to poor decisions, such as trading valuable assets for Pi at inflated values that may never be realized in the open market. Understanding this crucial distinction empowers every pioneer to make smarter, more informed choices as the Pi ecosystem evolves. Pi's enclosed mainnet is like a walled garden, a protected space for building real utility. Pioneers own their coins but can't trade them outside the network yet. The core team's strategy: foster a self-sustaining ecosystem before opening to the world. Developers are building dApps, merchants are accepting Pi, and pioneers are transacting peer-to-peer. The GCV fills the value gap in this closed system, but also fuels unrealistic expectations. This phase is a test. Can Pi create real utility before facing the open market? The ultimate goal is open mainnet, removing the firewall and letting Pi trade globally. The core team is moving cautiously, waiting for a mature, robust ecosystem. They're exploring advanced strategies like integrating real-world assets, RWAs, and partnerships with projects like OpenMine for decentralized AI. RWAs could bring real estate, art, and commodities onto the Pi blockchain, boosting demand and utility. There's talk of a dual token model with a stablecoin, PiUSD, for stable payments and Pi for utility. This approach could offer both stability and growth potential. The transition will only happen when the network is truly ready. Pi's future depends on its community turning belief into real-world utility. The GCV movement has inspired millions, but lasting value comes from usefulness, not just hope. The focus now build dApps, attract merchants, and encourage real transactions. New marketplaces and apps are emerging, driving demand for Pi. The community must be active users and builders, not just holders. Real value will come from solving real problems and powering a vibrant digital economy. Pioneers face a choice: wait for a windfall or help build something lasting. The path to success is through innovation and participation. So is PiNetwork a path to financial freedom or just a collective fantasy? It's a paradox, a global movement with real social impact, but an aspirational value that defies economic logic. The GCV is a powerful myth, fueling hope but not guaranteed. Pi's real future depends on utility technology and a mature ecosystem. Success means shifting from belief-based value to utility-based value. Pioneers should balance optimism with realism, building a network that delivers real solutions. The journey is far from over, and the outcome depends on what the community builds next.